What's up, my family? Listen, first-time listener, or you've been here the whole damn time. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, giddy up, let's go, enjoy the clip, no notes.
What's kind of one of your things that you wish that you were able to kind of be a part of as you see like how much the sport's grown over the last like 20 years or so?
What would I like to be a part of? I guess I'd like to be a part of the bigger paydays.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what everyone's still kind of fighting for. If you really ask me, like I mean, as much as they've grown, I don't think as the fighters are taken care of as much as that they probably should be. But I mean, you're still seeing people fight for it now, where fighters are leaving UFC to go PFL, Bellator, whatever, and then we're seeing the nonsense in the world where we're seeing the Paul brothers fighting Mayweather, and this he's about to fight Tyrone Woodley. It's
and they're raking in the dough. Yeah, that's some craziness. So most definitely. So. I actually didn't even see that fight. How was it?
I didn't know. As soon as I heard there was no judge or anything, I was like, I'm out.
Do you feel like as a fighter that like almost stuff like that, like would you feel disrespected by the idea of a guy like that, like stepping into like almost like what you consider your workplace, and you're like, dude, like you're a professional YouTuber, I'm a professional fighter. Like I almost feel like you always want to like punch somebody in the mouth and like kick their ass, but I feel like there's almost like a little bit of extra incentive. Like it's gonna feel extra good to do it to some punk like that, right? Like it's gotta.
Yeah, I would imagine, but he's also tripping off, and I mean obviously the dude's putting in some time boxing, right? And he's got some skills for boxing, but he's for whatever reason he's pigeonholing MMA guys, but he isn't stepping up and wanting to fight in MMA. So, I mean, it's like you want to box MMA guys, which is, that's wonderful that he wants to fight, but he's trying to make a name for himself fighting people with names in MMA, not in their sport. So, I'm going to talk shit about Wayne Gretzky, but I'm going to challenge him to a chess match. So, I mean, yeah, great. So like that's wonderful. I beat you. Well, yeah. I mean, and then it's like, yeah, you knocked out Askren, and the probability that you would have had 5 seconds to do anything if it would have been an actual MMA fight is not very probable. So, it's there's that reality of it. So, I mean, he's playing the game well for himself. So, however, he's making the money, and that's a lot of what stuff has turned into for the betterment and the the spiral downward of things, both, I guess. So there's more attention and there's more media, but with that there becomes more sideshow and more ridiculous stuff. So
it almost feels like, to me, it almost gives me like a celebrity boxing match type of thing. Like I know, like Mayweather's a professional fighter, and the other, Paul has like a fighting background technically, but like it almost feels more like the Lamar Odom Aaron Carter fight that just happened, where I don't even know how they lined that one up. Lamar Odom's an ex-NBA player. Aaron Carter used to be in the Backstreet Boys.
Because it's called celebrity boxing. It's not actually a real fight. It's celebrity boxing.
Boy, that's almost what this is. How is like a professional YouTuber like that? Almost is celebrity boxing. Like I just
yeah. I mean, like for whatever reason, this is they're pulling people in with with fan bases to basically fight and to do stuff. I guess that's good because it's bringing attention to the sport. Yeah, is it kind of in some ways kind of ridiculous? At the same time, I mean, Paul seems to be doing pretty well boxing, and he's actually put some skills together. So, I mean, that's hats off to him for that. But same thing, it's like he's not challenging the people in what they do. So, if he wants to truly talk shit, he should step up and do that. So.
So the people that say it's bad for the sport, and there's been a lot of people that come out obviously as of late, like I get the feeling that you kind of don't feel the same way by that, by your comments. You kind of feel like, hey, like it is what it is, knock yourself out if you feel like doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the road way things have gone for the sport. The sports became entertainment media. So is it good for the sport? I mean, the sports become entertainment. That's probably bad for the sport, right? I mean, if you're looking at it directly as a sport, but we've decided, and I guess that's something that Dana and everybody else a while ago decided to make as the thing we value, right? Does the person move the needle, right? And that wasn't necessarily about does he deserve it? Is it this? Does he move the needle? So how good is he? Should a person get paid how good they are? That's the sport. Moving the needle is entertainment, right? But we've decided to value entertainment. That happened a while ago. It's just this is the outplaying of it. So you can't go back and then for the last 2 to 5 years saying that's what we value, and then now say, oh, but we don't like this. We've been fucking value. That's what you told us to value. So is the entertainment factor. So, and that's what people want to watch. However, directly, if you're just looking at the idea of the sport, then that's about who is the best and who's doing the work. Or often in the past, that's how we look at the sport of it, right? So, I mean, it's it's taking a life of its own, I guess, a little bit. So
just a little bit, just a little bit.
They opened Pandora's box, and then they're
yeah, you can't close it no more.
Now they're watching all the weird creatures crawl out.
Exactly.
The purple hair and the fangs and all this. I mean, just from my perspective of, and I'm not. I'll watch stuff, and I'll watch social media streams and stuff like that occasionally, and I'm doing other stuff here and there. But like the ridiculous shit you hear people talk about on Facebook, or like people talking about their days and this or that, and then you look at you don't know who the person is, and then you look them up, and they're like, you didn't have any days, dude. So I'm like you'll be looking at a person that's like 1 in 3, and they're saying they retired, and they haven't fought for 4 years, but they'll say they're never going to retire, and they're looking at this dude, and he was 1 in 2, and he hadn't fought for 3 years. I'm like, you retired? You never started.
I know, obviously, combat sports is not your everyday life anymore. But where's life taking you right now?
Well, I was training people for. I'm not training. I haven't been really training fighters too much, or for a while I've been training fighters, so I'm mostly doing privates and stuff like that. So that doesn't have you like follow the sport as much. So one of the things I was going to say with like they commented on Izzy, that's coming from me seeing what he's done in the past.
Yeah.
What I hate to do when like commenting on something when I don't have a whole picture of it. So I'm spitting out bullshit I know nothing about. So but I'm just going on what I've seen him do, and I haven't saw a lot of people doing what he does. So I think, if he's focused, I would say probably give him the nod, but I can't make a educated, informed response because I didn't watch last guy's fight and see what he's doing or what he might be doing different. Because there's in the past, if I'm pretty good at picking out stuff, I'll see somebody's doing something different, or they're more explosive, or their timing's gotten better, or stuff like that, and sometimes that'll change my the way the outlook of it that I have, or the response I have as far as who's going to win or who's going to do what. As of late, I've been doing a lot of cooking. No,
enjoying food and life.
Enjoying food and life, pottery. No, just kidding. I was doing some protection, security, executive protection, escorts, like stuff like that. Like we had all the riots up here for last year, right? So for that period of time, I was bringing the news crews around Minneapolis, basically, and dealing with some of the local news personalities, national news personalities, international news personalities, and bringing them through the riots, basically, trying to circumvent some of the stuff happening, and then being on sites for just some of the different upheaval, some of the places that were, different places that were looted or possibly going to be looted. And then with some of the pandemic stuff, with, just some of the mayhem, there's people being a little more uppity than normal, threatening people in places. So they typically, something like that happened, then I'd get a contract and be spotted on somewhere. So that's kind of what I've been doing. So
before I get you ready to go, Dave, really appreciate you spending a little bit more extra time than we spoke about. What I typically do here is at the end is kind of throw that proverbial microphone over you. Anyone you'd like to thank, anyone you wanted to shoot some love to, shoot at your social media sites, anything you're getting involved with, any charities you work with, anything you want to let the people know about. The time is yours, my friend.
I don't know if I got anything to talk about right now. So thanks to, I guess, all the fans out there, and everybody have a good day.
All right, Dave. Really appreciate your time, my friend. Hopefully we can get you back on here again. Talking some Tories, have some fun. And
next time we'll make you have to send me some talking points beforehand.
I got you, my friend. We'll give you a little bit more topic so we can we can game plan a little bit more. We can pick your brain a little bit.
Okay. And hopefully I won't be running around creation. So
that's all right. We can work it out so we can work around your schedule a little bit so you can be nice and relaxed and have a little bit more fun.
Well, I thought I was going to be, and then I got called on to something. So for the last week, and I can't talk about what I'm doing.
You don't have to, my friend. I understand. When you're doing security like that, you don't got to say it.
So I got a couple hours off, and then I'm 12 hours somewhere till next Saturday. So basically every day. So
Jeez.
Appreciate the time as always, my friend. We'll definitely have you back here on in the future.
Okay.
Have a good one. Enjoy your night, my friend.